Hey y'all, thank you for being here. I'm excited, as you could tell from my face. City Lips Plumping Lip Oil. And excuse me that you will see the mirror at the bottom of the screen. I did position it somewhere different, as you can tell. So I'm excited for this video because I have not used either one of these palettes in a long time. Both of these are from Notoriously Morbid. They're sister brand, Spellcast Beauty side. This one is Violet Thoughts and this one is Jade Dreams. And both of these surprised me because you would think it was a purple palette. Y'all look at these. And it looks I've done with it. I'm like, this is friggin' awesome. They're amazing. And Jade Dreams, okay. What you see here is what's inside. So why I thought it was just a green palette, I don't know. Because you see the blues and all of that. But look, oh, it's gorgeous. So we're going to do a two-tone look. A two-tone look is where each eye look is different, but at least one of the colors ties into the color on the other side. So even though if you just look at one eye and one eye, it's like, oh, both of those looks are pretty. It's actually one complete look. And I do enjoy doing this, and these are perfect. And yes, you saw all of these are shimmer metallic, some of them are dual chrome, so who knows what it's actually going to look like when I put it on, but I'm excited to use them. It's been a while. And inner rooms and lower lash line. On this side we have from Quigley Blvd Personal Preference. This is the blue one. They do look similar. This is the green one from him, and this is one eye at a time, so they do look similar. And I asked myself if I repurchase, like, would I repurchase them both? But because they look, in person you can see this is more green and this is more blue. But looking where you are, there is a difference, but it's not that much of a difference, I don't think. So I'm leaving the blue over here and the green over here to remind me. And so actually I'm going to switch the palette. So we're going to put the green Jade Dreams over where the blue is. And we're going to put the purple Violet Thoughts where the green is, because the blue is in the green. Blue is in the green family. Blue is in the purple family, so that's why we're putting that there. And we'll probably, most likely, take a shade from Jade Dreams and put over here where the green is, and a shade from Violet Thoughts, the purple one, and put over the blue. So that's how we're going to tie them in, and also whatever we're going to do to the upper lash line. I'm also excited because I'm going to do a Creative Art with Heart collab video right after this one. So it's going to incorporate this look, and the theme is Illuminate. And so, and you'll see, well, you'll see those pictures on Instagram soon, because it's due the 1st of December, and today is November 29th, I believe. But you won't see the video probably for like a couple of weeks. But I'm excited about it. The theme is Illuminate, anything to do with light. And so I'm going to use the Blue Squid neon paints that Janessa sent me. And I remember to bring my little blue light flashlight over here. So I'm excited about that. And I did just kind of chart out, you know, very roughly, like what I was going to do. Because, oh, and that reminds me, I need to go get a fork. Yes, this is going to incorporate a fork. And so we're doing that again. And I am excited for that. And when I see a graphic look on Instagram, in my mind, I'm like, that's for Creative Art with Heart collab. But some people just do creative looks on a regular, and it's just like, wow, like this is just so nice. And I forget their name. They'll see a picture and they'll post the inspiration picture at the end of their slideshow thing. And the looks are just amazing. They play a lot with shapes, and yeah, they play a lot with shapes and a lot of graphic designs and things like that. And I'm just like, this is really nice. And it's just surprising sometimes how something can look so simple, but it's like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And let me do the intro really quick. I usually do that when I prime the eyes. Hello again and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy knowing it's okay to be your authentic self. And the troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. Wear what you want with whatever tools you want, whatever style of makeup you want, whatever techniques you want to do to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feel like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So that is the motto. And I know I kind of skimped on the crazy part. I feel like I'm rushing and I need to calm down. Y'all, I am cold. It is 31 degrees outside. when I sleep, I put my thermostat on 67. And when I get up, of course, once I'm out from under the covers, it's cold. And so I turned my thermostat up to 71. So my thermostat is on 71, and the heat did rise up to 71, but I'm still chilly. And I tell myself, sitting in front of these lights, sometimes I do get warm, but I'm not getting warm. And I did have on a shirt and a sweatshirt, took that off to put on the black shirt, which you can't see because it's a wonderful mirror. But what are we going to do? So this is the Jade Dream side. Okay, let me just, I think we're going to do something up here and something down here. So we're going to take this shade here, which is Aventurine, and I did not tap off. Ooh. And people will often still say to me, you know, glitter primer would be, you know, good to use. But look how this sticks. I never have needed a glitter primer or a glitter glue, because for me, the Fenty primer is a tacky primer, and also the Paint Pot shadows adhere very well to it. So I've never even felt the need to do that. Depends on your primer. For some people, the Fenty primer is not tacky, and for some it is. We're going to put this down. We're going to go over to Violet Thoughts. And y'all, why did I try this sample of Makeup Forever Mist and Fix, right? Look at this. You see that? I don't even know if you see it. But it's just spitting. So that's going in my makeup trash. And it wasn't even spitting in a straight line. My face looked a mess. I'm like, okay, this is not one of those videos. We're going to take this shade. This one is creamy, and that's why it has that dent in it. Excuse me for that glare. You see that? Because it's creamy, not because I used it a lot. And even moving it with the brush, it is just like, it's like making it look like a wave in the shadow. But it does pick up and it does use. And if I want to intensify a color, I'll use a sponge tip applicator. So I also don't use my fingers for makeup either. So when people say you have to, you know, use your finger, there's more than one way to do things. And I understand people have their ways and they learn a way and they just stick with it. And I do encourage often, just try new things, because you might be surprised at how well something works for you, or you'll learn that, okay, that doesn't work for me. And so what I'm going to show you right now, we're going to put that down. We're going to take, what I need to do is move my phone over here if I'm going to leave the mirror here. So we're going to take that same shade. Yo, this is creepy. And we're going to go back to this shade on that side too. So if I want to intensify, you see what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do what people say you have to do. It does make it look more textured when I do this though. We're going to flip this over, and we're going to, that shade was Taffy. We're going to go back to Aventurine, and we're going to turn this over to the clean side. Oh, look at that shade. Woo-hoo. So we're going to use the clean side. I'm tripping. The clean side with Aventurine. This one is very smooth. And I don't know if this is going to intensify, because this is already, I think it did though. Because in person, looking in the mirror down here, this is very bold. That's a pretty shade. All right, do we want to put more of this shade over here? Yeah, let's go for it. Let's see what happens. It is just so freaking creamy. And I'm not going to say don't use your finger or that's not a good option. It is a good option. It just depends on how you want to do your makeup. That's just comes down to what you want to do. And at the same time, not we turning it back to Aventurine side. So just do whatever works best for you. And also recognize, we're going back to Violet Thought side. Just keep in mind, when something works for you, like, try not to kind of like act like somebody else needs to do it the way you do it, because everything doesn't work the same for every person. And that's what I think some people miss sometimes, is something works so well for them that they just think everybody needs to do it that way. And I'm the one that'll be like, or somebody will say to try something, I'll try it, or I have tried it before that didn't work. And so it's like, you know, because people don't know what you tried, what you didn't, what your preferences or what it's not, especially if they're newer to your channel. And so just try to keep that in mind, that everything doesn't work the same. We're going to come down here. Now you see how this looks blue, but then when you turn, it looks green. This is pretty too. This is the same texture as this shade, so we're not going to use that one. We're going to come down to this one. This is an Hourglass number 3, because we're going to put this over the over the majority of the lid. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. This is rich. This shade is bold. This is so pretty. It's almost reminding me, actually both of these are reminding me of Lethal Cosmetics shadows. Y'all, we're going to take the green and put it over the gold, and we're going to feather. So that's going to, excuse me, give us a hiccup. That's going to give us our blend. Oh man, I love it. Taking a clean one, and we're going to go into Violet Thoughts, which is, I'm already looking at this deep purple right here, but then I'm thinking that green we just used was Emerald City. This is Emerald City. We're going to take this shade. When I look over here, it looks purple. When I look where you are, it looks blue. So this is what I see in person as a blue, but then here it looks, here it looks purple, here it looks blue. We're going to take this shade, and this shade is Royalty. And we're going to put this over most of the lid. Y'all, look at my face. Like, I think it was Michelle that commented that she can, something about when something is really what I like and it's my vibe. Like, my face is just like, and I admit that it is. And sometimes I'll look at myself and I'll see a twinkle in my eye, and I'm like, do y'all see it? Y'all see my eyes twinkling? Y'all see this smile? Like, this is where I live. And it catches me off guard in a way because I don't expect it, but I'll just look at the look and be like, wow. Like, yeah, that's what it is. This seems to be performing a little bit different. This shade right here, because this is a smooth shade. I see that shine in the middle. It's not picking up the way it used to. Damn it. And I'm thinking that it's hard panning. Oh man, how long have I had this? I'll open this. The PAO is next. Damn, it's a 24. Wait a minute. It's a 36-month PAO for this. The PAO is June 16, 2027. But this shade is already just... We're placing the brush over top of that first shade, so we're getting our blend in here. I admit I don't like how textured this first shade looks. I think it looks pretty from afar, but up close. And I don't have textured lids, and so it's okay. But if you have textured lids, you may not like that shade because it looks textured. I do have some fallout. Moving my mirror has me disoriented because I was like, we're looking for this and it's always in the same place over here. Yeah, that one gave me some fallout. Yeah, that one's performing different. It's not picking up as well as it used to. So we're going to put that down, and we're going to go back to Violet Thoughts. And I'm going to take this brush. We're going to take this one and this shade. When I look, excuse me for those glares. When I look over here, I see blue. When I look where you are, that looks green. This is what I see in person, this blue. And then it's, man. And that shade is Tide Pool. So we're going to take that and put that on the outer corner. Dare I say this one is acting a little different too, which is very unfortunate because it has a hella long PAO. And actually, you know what? They sent me these too. They sent me these, well, it was 4 of them. These 4, because the other one was Cherry Bomb, which was primarily like a red. And it was a 6-pan like this one, and Over the Rainbow. Those were all dual chromes and multi-chromes. So it was like a 4-piece set, but you can buy them individually. But they did send all 4 of them to me. And it had to have been in 2024 if I have the PAO as 2027, and it has a 36-month PAO. Those 2 were very much monochromatic, whereas these 2, look at it, these are not monochromatic palettes. And it surprised me, and I'm like, I love these. I am wanting something to put in my transition area, but I think I'm just going to take these shades up a little bit higher. I think that's what I'm going to do, and not dip into another palette. And the palette that I would dip into that I'm thinking of, the first palette that came to mind was the Natasha Denona Dramatic palette, which is not dramatic if you're my complexion or deeper. It is not. It's just a tad annoying, but she be trying though. She really do. So I mean, I'm not like pissed off or anything. I'm just like, that's not, it's not dramatic. It's just not. It's really just not. That shade, did I tell you? Well, yeah, Tide Pool. And we're going to go back to Violet Thoughts. And I think we're going to take this one, which is Royalty. And I hope I'm not putting a glare on you. Did we use this one? Tanzanite. We're going to take Tanzanite. This one is picking up fine. This one is picking up perfectly. But it's not applying perfect. So, I don't know. And if it's not a dual chrome, so it's not that it's different mixtures of formulas in this formula. And even though I'm tapping off, like this one is giving me a little fallout, just like how this one over here did. But these palettes though, like they did surprise me because it's not a monochromatic palette. That's pretty. That's pretty. They're both pretty. But I think I'm gonna have to take something up higher to fill in that space. What I was thinking of doing was taking a dark shade and doing like a graphic line, but I still want to bring these up higher. I do really like these. We're going to go back to that second shade, the center shade. This is up a little bit higher than this side. So we're just going to feather right here. And this is going to do what I want. So you see that? And we're also just going to bring it out here a little bit. So this is giving me what I want. Instead of taking that dome-shaped some brush that I normally use sometimes just to blend up here to bring the shades up higher. Like this did exactly, okay. All right. We're going to do the same thing on the other side with the brush that had the center shade on it. It is definitely a dual chrome and it's flowing nicely into that first shade too, which is a dual chrome. So we're just going to feather this up here, out here a little bit, just to bring that up higher. This is nice. Oh my gosh. Excuse me, it's looking like I need a little bit more color there. What shade was that? Tide Pool. No, this is purple. Royalty. That's what this shade was Royalty. So we did go back into the palette. I am getting more and more fallout. And that's okay. Excuse me for that glare. Because when I look up here, it looks blank right here, but it's not. It's the way the light. My neck just cracked. I've been sleeping crazy ways, y'all. My shoulder's been cracking lately. My my neck has been cracking. Oh my gosh. But I've been sleeping good. And I think because it's so warm in my bed under my covers that it's just like, girl, I do not want to get up. But I've been sleeping very well. No migraines yesterday that I remember. No migraines today. Because that migraine med will knock me out too. I think I'm going to put on... I do have one Mood Light from Hourglass, and we're going to just put some more under here because that'll help camouflage some of the fallout, because this is a sparkly shade, as you can see, and I do have this under eye and all over my face, so we're just going to just do it all over again, except the nose, because my nose, I don't want to make it look shiny. And so yeah, so that handles... I was looking over here at the fallout. Handles the fallout. Notoriously Morbid has a new palette out. It's the blush and highlight palette. Most of them are dual chromes. Y'all, that palette is beautiful. And it does say everything in there is eye safe too. And I'm just like, oh, I was scared to look at a price because it's 12 shades. And everything in there is dual chrome or multi-chrome. So I'm like, I know this is expensive. It's like $69.99. I'm on a no-buy, so I'm safe. But I was just like, oh my gosh. And the thing with that is... I will forget like what color does it look like because they're all dual chrome and multi-chromes. Like I would be like, okay, what? Well, wait a minute, like what color? Or I think it's one color, put it on, it's another color. Which y'all know I don't mind that because then it's like, ooh, look what this did. You know what I mean? But still I'm like, y'all, this is so beautiful. So the top of the lids are done. So we're taking Jade Dreams. We want to use a shade from here to put under here. And I'm thinking to use this middle shade, which is Patina. So we're going to take this shade and we're going to go back and forth. So we're going to put that under here. Over there. Under here. And I'm really excited, as I already said, for the look I'm gonna do after this. I haven't done makeup in days, y'all. And it's always that feeling like, when I don't do a look, I don't feel right. I feel like something's missing in my day. And I knew I needed the rest because that day I had like 3 or 4 videos to edit. It causes eye strain, and then I ended up with migraines too. So that was on top of the hormonal migraine thing. And so that I did to myself because I just kept doing videos, and which means then I need to edit the videos. But when I don't do looks every day, I don't feel right. And then when I sit to do a look, it's like, do I remember what I'm doing? I think this is this a freckle? That's a freckle. Because it is not moving. Okay. I know I say this often. Y'all think I would know my face by now. I don't. And sometimes I think I get more. We're going to put some on the side of the brush because we're going to bring it down. And the only thing with this is it's not consistent. So let me use the tip of the brush again. So there's like shadow here, but not like right here. My wonderful wrinkles. I love them because they're mine. I do like that. We're going in with the tip of the brush because we're going to bring this down like right here. You see my skin moving, which is why I tried to use the side of the brush. But hey, gotta do what you gotta do. I haven't used water activated liners in a while because my eyes have been very teary lately. I am starting to feel warm, which is great. Okay. That's that eye. Girl, that looks nice. Now we're going to switch back to Violet Thoughts. What shade are we going to put under this lower lash line? Lower lash line. We're going to take this one. This is Vineyard. We're going to take this one and we're going to put this over here. Okay. Okay. Today was the day I posted that UPS picture, both on my YouTube community tab and on Instagram, and I did tag UPS. The picture, the proof of delivery picture, is from inside the truck. So my neighbor said it must be like a seasoned driver, and the one that he gave the package to deliver it must be like a seasonal worker. So the picture was taken from inside the truck, and it shows the top half back of the person, I guess, with the box, and it shows them in the parking lot, and you see my building in the background. That's the proof of delivery picture. The delivery guy in the parking lot with the building across the parking lot. I am going to UPS on Monday anyway because I need to return something to Amazon. And I'm going to show them that picture because they can't deny it. And because of the date and time, if they care, they will be able to figure out who it was. But they need to have a team meeting like, y'all, deliver packages to their door. Usually UPS does leave my stuff downstairs in front of the maintenance closet. And I can tell by the picture. FedEx is good about bringing it to my door. And so is Amazon after they tried to, jack me up last year, whatever it was. And when I wrote them back and they looked into it, they were like, let's leave her alone. But, I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? The delivery driver in the parking lot. Proof of delivery. Well, where did he leave it? And I don't plan on going out until Monday. So wherever it is just wherever it's going to be, unless one of my neighbors sees it and brings it up here. Because sometimes if I see somebody's package, because I'm on the 3rd floor, I pass the other apartments, right? And so I'll just put it on their doorstep. And if I have a pin on me, I'll put this was left downstairs. And so if they don't know that packages are left downstairs, they'll be like, oh, this was downstairs? Okay, I need to start checking down there when it says that something is delivered. So these are the eye looks. Very pretty because I'm pretty. Upper lash line. I do have some more fallout. Mostly this purple on this side. We're gonna take Fire Opal. No, we're not. We're just gonna take Golden Pyrite. The 2 highlighters I picked at random were Raw Copper and Chocolate Opal. This is Golden Pyrite, which is a highlighter from House Lab. So that'll help camouflage the fallout too. My under eyes is now looking very glowy. What are we gonna do for upper lash line? I could. This is nice. I don't think I want to do anything upper lash line. We may use this in the next look because this is UV reactive, so that'll be a nice pop. Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to leave it like it is unless I put, well, no. I can put this green up here and put the blue one over here. Let's go ahead and do that. And y'all know I don't usually use pencil liners for my upper lash line, so this will be an experience. Sometimes it works out well, and then sometimes it doesn't because my skin moves. But these are really creamy. Wait a minute. The blue is supposed to be on this side. No, this is green. Okay. And that's why it was over here. Because sometimes I do be confusing myself. So I left it on this side on purpose. And still almost got confused. So we're not doing wings or anything. So that's that. The eye is done. I do want to still do mascara. I'm going to take the green one, which is, like, what? Where did that come from? I'm just wiping it off because I'll forget and then be like, why do I have these green marks on my pants? This one is personal preference, is the blue one. One eye at a time is the green one. This is easier to go on than the MAC Color Excess Gel Eye Pencil Liners. And it's also easier to go on for upper lash line than the NYX. And it's because this is a creamier formula than both of those. And it's so creamy that it surprised me, even though it shouldn't have, because he said they were long wearing. But it did surprise me, like how creamy they are. And they did last until I took it off, even on my inner rims. Because the NYX will wear off on the outer and on the inner rims. The MAC doesn't, and these don't. And so, yeah, it was surprising because these are really creamy, but they are long lasting. When they dry, they dry. So that's what we're going to do for that. That was going a lot easier than I anticipated, which is a good thing. What are we going to do for a lip, though? Oh, man. We're going to do mascara. We're just going to do this brown one from Tower 28 that Grace has sent me. What are we going to do for a lip? Because that's what I'm thinking about right now. We're going to just do a gloss. Oh, man. I do have dual chrome lippies. I know I did a storage video for my eyeshadows. I did a couple minor changes to that setup already, and it still looks good. The only thing, I do have a few lipsticks over there where my lipsticks are here. Those are the ones I used at least, the ones that I put over there. Trying to think of what lip color to do. This shade is called Drift. Oh man, I just hit. I sure did. There's like a chunk. If you mess up with your mascara, just let it dry first. Don't go in right away like I did. But because there was like a lump of it, I'm like, I'll just take the lump off. And it worked. If you get mascara where you don't want it to, let it dry first. And then use something like that, a lipstick applicator. Or if your nails are not nubby nails like mine, it'll just scrape right off without taking your makeup off with it. And so just don't panic. Just, you know, keep doing what you're doing. Let it dry. And then it will just flake right off. And that's any mascara. Should work for any mascara. Because if you try to remove it or to fix the mistake while it's still wet, all it's going to do is smear. And so just wait for it to dry. And it should just flake right off. Y'all, my electric bill this month was $212. And I'm like, what the hell? Because last month was $286. And when I looked at the prices are the same. And someone was telling me that prices go up and down depending on the time of day. And I'm like, what? And as I said, I turned it down to like 67 at night. And the temperature in here will stay at like 72, 71. sometimes 74, and I think that's because of my neighbor's heat downstairs. So my heat is not running at night, but when I get up, yeah, that's when it actually kicks on. But anyway, so yeah, I can't deal with these $200-something electric bills every month. I want to just be basic. Let's be basic. Y'all like, girl, you ain't basic though. I know. This is MAC Lip Glass Air. This is Aesthetic. It's a deep brown with red undertones, it says. So this is just like the first thing that I grabbed. Yeah, and so, you know, glosses are not usually a color for me, except the City Beauty glosses. Them suckers are opaque, as they say. For regular glosses, it just looks like my lips, but shiny. So this is going to be our look, y'all. So let me this down. Yes, let's go ahead and take our pictures because I do feel like I'm going to forget. So this is this side. So how we tied it in, even though you can't really tell, the blue up here, the blue here, the green down here, the green up here, and you have green shadow down here and blue shadow, purple shadow, whatever. So that's how we tied it in. So yeah. So this is a two-tone look. It's one complete eye look. The eye looks are different, but the colors tie it together. So let's take our pictures. And then do this one. And do this one. And hold up both the palettes. I want to take one of them pictures again. Actually, I think I'm going to do this thing. Like I sometimes do. So this is this side. Ooh, do not fall. So this is this side and this is this side. Get all the wonderful glares off and scoot over a little bit. So that is that. That'll be for the gallery. Patina goes in Violet Thoughts. No, Emerald City. Emerald City is that green one. Okay, so that goes in there. I have my names on here, excuse me, for that glare. Which one? Oh yeah, 2 more pictures or 3. Then we're gonna, so oops. So we're gonna do this. And then we're going to do this. And yes, my rings were crooked in both pictures. But that's okay. So that'll be it, y'all. Thank you for being here. Let me know what you think of these looks. Let me know what you think of these palettes. Oh my gosh. So even though this looks like green monochromatic, like it is not. This looks like purple monochromatic. You see that blue, that center shade, that purple blue? Beautiful. We're going to go. Thank you. As always, self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.